What's up, everybody? Doing a dev stream. I'm gonna try to do 4 hours today uh, without any major breaks. Um, so what we got here is the map. I just put it in wireframe mode. Uh, um, so basically, I need to go in here and make sure everything has an origin point. My drink is so fizzy. My water bottle is exploding. Alright, so not a mistake. If something in the way. As you can see, we have cactus here, but it has no parent. I mean, it does, but it's over here. Um, Now, I might be able to cheat and import all of these objects as empties or nodes, just generic nodes instead of objects, which would be cool, because then all I'd have to do is rename them. And I wouldn't need to make any empties. I could just place the object straight down as it is. Which would save time. Um, ugh. So let's open up. I forgot to open up the browser. Well, you know, I could export. Well, that'd make the exporting take more time to export if I do that. I was gonna say we could add the node and then just no import on export. We're still keeping the prefab. Um, which is did I change it from? So what is a P node? Did I get rid of P node? Prefab. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so this is technically a prefab. So all the barricades need to be called prefabs, and each plank would have its own individual empty. Um, all right, so let's see here. Uh, so I fixed the assets. They come with a P node. I don't know if I named it correctly. It's been a minute. So let's go check that real quick. Make sure I didn't fuck that up. Well, actually, wouldn't it be connected already? UV to mapping, here we go. Let's just give this a little test. Let's get a little root out. And we'll go, Control A, real, this, origin, okay. They're not P nodes, they're origins. So, we don't need P node anymore. So P node's outdated, we're not using P node. We're gonna do origin and prefab. So this would be prefab. Just so we don't get confused. That's weird. Why is there like three? Hang on. Why is there three different things? So we got this. Oh, I make instance real. So we got root. What the hell? Is that because of the collection file? That's interesting. I think it's fine though. I tested it, so you don't need to make the instance real, so we don't have to worry about that. I was just curious. So now that we know this is working over here, we'll go back. Well, I guess we could stay in mapping if we wanted to, but we're going to go on mod. Just so we got more space to look at. So what I gotta do is I gotta basically create an empty for all these objects. And I'm gonna start with creator 1. And we're gonna select everything. Of the same type. So all these cactuses. So now I'll do individual origins and I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna duplicate it in the most efficient way possible. I could use an array modifier maybe. I'm gonna look up like maybe like copy to or something. Hey, what's up, MHL? Hi, Spears. I'm doing okay. I'm just kind of gross right now. There's the mucus going on. Cereal. That's what I had. I had the store brand. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do not have a Switch though. Whoa! You're allergic to it? That's crazy. I feel that. I understand that. That's crazy. You gotta pay money. Oh shit, I'm sorry, everybody. I was reading shit. Shovel 241. Yeah, but I'm streaming. I gotta read the chat. I need an automatic robot that pops, like when you guys comment, it just pops up on my screen every minute, every 2 minutes. That'd be perfect. I do not know. I just wanted to say it all dramatic. The flashlight batteries have been charged. Just gotta find the flashlight. Yeah, I don't know about that. Shouting sounds a bit intense. Also, if I'm talking in real time, I'll get super distracted. I won't get nothing done. I am irresponsible if depending on where I'm at. This is upside down. Shit. Gosh darn it. I tried that in the past with my D&D group. I was like doing art or something. It was video game related for my career, and I just didn't get nothing done. We were all goofing off. Oh, uh-uh. I need to I need to open up my Minecraft server again. Do a 24/7 server. I reserve that for when I'm gaming. So if I'm on stream and I'm gaming, I don't care anymore. It's like whatever. I could jump into voice chat if it's a game stream. But if it's a dev stream, probably not a good idea. I'm gonna get distracted really badly. Probably Java, just because Bedrock is really unstable. I mean, Java's resource intensive, but it doesn't crash as much. Fangtail! Hi, buddy. Fangtail's here. See, I'm already distracted because this damn cat. Damn cat's down here distracting. He's so cute, though. We gotta pet him. That's why he's down here. He wants me to pet him. Alright, to be fair, I got both. I do have Bedrock and Java. I prefer Java. It's got better mods. He's spoiled playing too. He's down here goofing around. Yeah, the multi-plat's pretty cool. Ugh. I think I'm gonna have to brute force this because it would just be faster than appending everything, which would be kind of dumb. Appending would be really stupid. I don't even know why I said that. Uh, the only other option would be to replace assets from the asset library. So I gotta manually add an empty to every object, which sucks. So I'm gonna make like an empty array base, like somewhere to put all my empties, just for temporary. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want them to make it good and not fuck up everything. Because the EXE, like, if the C version would work just fine if they did a better job. They just did it too fast. They like converted it over and they did a really hacky job with it. It's like really like at least at the time. This was like 4 years ago, maybe 6, and I had a bad experience with it. It kept crashing. They might be better now. Ah, fuck. Well, I gotta reparent it, so yeah, no, it should be fine, right? Because it'll keep its position regardless of because the empty is not rotated. It's 0, 0, 0. There's no rotation, so it shouldn't matter. I think. We're gonna have to test this because I'm paranoid. So I'm gonna just do the cactuses. I'm gonna do the whole crater, and then we'll go from there. Because I'm not sure if it's gonna be the correct orientation or not. It should be because the origin marker in the actual asset file for the cactus is 0, 0, 0, 0 as well. This is the rotation. Like the rotations are the same. Everything should be the same as a new thingamaboob. But the local rotation on the cactuses is different. But it should preserve it because it will be parented. I think. I think that's how that works. I don't know. We're gonna find out. The cursor should be. I will kill you, damn it. Selection cursor is like. I'm trying to do. Ground rock clusters. Do I even want these anymore? Not really. I think I'm gonna get rid of these. There it is. I have a phone call. Hello? What do you want? I don't work tomorrow. I don't work. I don't work till Wednesday. Meow. Say hi, thank you. Meow. We got two kids. Meow. Say hi, meow. No, it's Nellie's kid. Larry's girlfriend's kid. He's my little buddy. Huh? Yeah. No, he's got a Chime card. I just sent it over Chime, but he's got to make sure he logs back in. I'm kind of busy right now. I'm busy. I'm on. Well, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. I'm busy today. Bye, bye. Freaking old people. Why can't I select this? Am I just like tripping or something? What's going on? Oh, oops. Make sure you move it before you select. Son of a bitch. I just gotta get my tempo here. I'm doing a really bad job. There we go. Shift D, move it. Click the cactus. Cursor to selected. I don't like the rock clusters. They don't blend in very well. They're floaty. They got a problem. I don't like them. Get rid of them. It's just too much. They only work on flat ground. If it's like a slope, it just doesn't look right. I don't like them getting rid of them. Plus, they'll save on resources a little bit, not enough to matter. All right, now I gotta parent this. Go here, Control P to object. Actually, I don't think this is gonna work. Since there's no rotation on the cactus and the go.scene or the marker, they won't be in the correct positions. So I would have to take the movement data from the cactus and put it onto the parent node. So I have to have, this is a band-aid solution I gotta fix. So hang on, I gotta unparent. All of these cactuses. And then I gotta take the rotation data and because we already have the location, we just need the rotation data. So object what the did happen? What the fuck? I don't remember doing this. That was weird. Shit! Alright, I fucked up. Let's redo it. I just gotta figure out the process. This is all about just figuring out the process. Okay. I'm starting to get burned up. I'm dying. I need air. Oh, there's copy to selected. That might work. Copy all to selected. There we go. That did it. I figured it out. We'll take and parent this object. Parent, or, well, wait, we control P. Object. And then this would be minus, no, no. So this one's actually ready to go. It's got the correct rotation. So when we since the go.cactus doesn't have an empty, and we spawn it, we're going to spawn it using this empty's rotational information and its location. And since the origin point on the cactus is down here, it should work just Right. In theory. You dick. Make sure this is not fucked up. Okay. We Alright, so the cactuses are done. I'm gonna take all of these markers for the cactuses. Just make sure that they're still working. And we're going to parent it to the prefab. There we go. We got to do the same thing for the root and all the other objects for this crater. We'll export all the markers for this crater, and then I'll make a script and we'll just try to populate all these objects. Once I populate all these objects successfully with the test, then I can go in and finish the map and add in all the remaining markers. We're gonna, for right now, we're gonna ignore the all of these. So these little rocks, we're gonna ignore these. They're not gonna be exported on the test. We'll get them later. Oops. How did I screw that up? I screwed it up. Ah, I hate it. I hate it and I don't like it. I want to redo. Let me redo. I want it like that. Redo. Alright, there. So now we get the roots, and we'll just hit a Shift S, cursor selected, and create another one over here. I'm going to call this little root origin dot 000. Copy that section. Cursor. Going to copy all selected. Control C object. The object. And this will control it separately. And we copy this. Cursor selected. Select this. Selection of cursor. Copy all selected. Control P object. Object. So a little root. It's done. No, it's not. I got one more. Take this, Shift D, Shift S, cursor to selected, and then take this, copy all selected, select this, Control P object, and we're good. Now we got some pebbles here that suck, we're gonna get rid of them. We'll get the big root next, so go back over here. Big root origin. Down here. Okay, this is going a little faster than I expected. That's a good thing. Shift selection, cursor selected, cursor, copy all the selected, P parent, create object. This can move and rotate, and now all we gotta do is get the rock. So boulder, we gotta make a boulder. Shift T, boulder origin 0, Shift T. Cursor selected, selected the cursor, bam. Copy all selected, P object, move it, P object. And there we go. Now we're just gonna do the no import thing, so we'll take all the little roots, a little root, minus no import, one, copy selected, folder minus no import, big root minus no import. Now you go Control L, not Control L. Shit, I forgot how to do it. Select something. Fuck. Okay, come on, brain, Jesus. Oh, Shift G. That makes sense, because G is how you move, so Shift G. Children. And it's got all the parent nodes right there. Those are all the nodes we want, plus this one. It's got the rocks too, but we don't really care about those. Those should be no import. Yes. So we got all of these markers selected. So we should be good to export. So hit save, export, GLTF, selected objects, no animation, monitor object, no export, apply modifiers. What's this? Alright, looks good to me. Export. Make a new folder. Test. And then I want the same name as creator to Blood Canyon, creator to marker test. Should be instantaneous. Well, almost instantaneous. So now we'll minimize this. We'll go to our map file. So this is the original test, which we're not doing anymore. So we'll do old. We wouldn't need textures anymore. I better just make another folder because I'm just going to break everything. Let's just leave this here, actually. We're going to make another one. We're just going to call this. Ignore exchanges, internal exchanges, close this out, we don't need this. And then we're going to hide our objects, probably. Templates. Hide all that. Levels. Get B mapping, decals. Well, this is the old one, which we'll probably end up deleting. Decal world, that's for later. Grass world is a success. So we need to make a new scene. Save as. And we're going to go to asset. Maps. Scenes. I'm going to call this test marker mapping. Open this back up just so I can get the. Oh, let's go to test grass world. That's funny. Alright, so that's ready. Now that new node 3D. I wish I had a one-word name for this. Because it would just be like look neater. I could do clipping colliding. Collision. Terrain self-explanatory. That makes sense. Markers make sense. Could do objects. That makes sense. And then put some here. Rigid or static. What's the opposite of clipping? Okay, apparently I don't know what clipping means, so I learned something new. Why would I want all the objects together? I feel like there would be a advantage to doing this, just because objects interact differently than terrain. For some reason, maybe I need to get all the objects, including the non-flipping ones. But I have the option to do both. It feels more useful to arrange it that way, like the hierarchy. Um, I just wish we had a different name for this. I was thinking like structures, and then things, but I don't know. That's getting a bit subjective at that point. Oh, one word name for a collision object. That's not what I meant. Ooh, non-physical, physical, non-physical. That'll work. It's that explained. That's perfect. We got it, everybody. We did it. Physical objects, non-physical. That's lazy and straightforward. I could do intangible and it would look fancy, but this will work. We got terrain, self-explanatory, because I want it to like be self-explanatory, because eventually I'll release it to the public. They'll be like, oh, okay, markers, this is marking something. Oh, this is terrain. I know what terrain is. Oh, these are objects? Okay, physical object, non-physical. Okay, this means like it's, you can phase through it or something. Agents would be like your NPCs and players. I just want it all very readable and straightforward. Um, Now, I'm going to go up to Maps, Blood Canyon, Marker Test. We're going to pop this into the markers. It went over there. That's fine. It probably did that because the Blood Canyon's origin's over here somewhere. So, yeah, I mean, that's the plan. I want to make it nice and organized. It's a habit. Like, this is a test scene, so it doesn't really matter on this because it's just a test scene, but I'm trying to build a habit so I can remember. So when I make a new scene, I can just build it without having to worry about it. I need this to go up a little higher so we can actually see it when it populates. And then actually we're going to open this up just to, I want to see what it looks like in the thing. Okay, we got the origin. We got one rock mesh that's not supposed to be there. Alright. Now it's, I guess it's time to script now. We're moving along. Time to script. So it depends. Should I put it here? Should I put it here? Here or here? Probably on the marker node itself. Which would get the child node. So if you want to do it in chunks, separate chunks, you can. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm going to put it on the marker node. I may regret that. What's it called? Physics object. Generate hitboxes. This should be generate objects. Generate. Alright, so we want to load objects into it like dynamically. No. Oh, this should be a tool script as well. I forgot what to type. Hang on. I need to poop. Oh, hang on. Okay, add tool. I thought so. I just didn't want to spend a million years guessing. Now it's blue. So I wanted to dynamically load. So you like drag and drop your objects in, or you like, or maybe there's like a library of objects. So I could do like an array. There is a library. Oh, that's definitely don't want that. Or no, dictionary. That's right. There's a dictionary. So we'd like, I could just like load all objects from assets folder into script, pick from array dictionary first generate. So something like that. I could do that, or I could just do one object at a time. Drag and drop. Generate one at a time. But I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. So, window predictor. I'm back. I hear the chips. Ah, good bud. Um, Forgot to make a sub parent for each type of object. So all the markers are together as as a group of children. So I have to make a separate array for each one. Ow! Ah, damn bug. Yeah, I'm just eating chips and being really unprofessional. Mm, yeah, it's true. Huh. I don't remember saying that. I probably did though. These chips are very distracting. There's just regular potato chips. They're okay. I prefer kettle. Much prefer kettle chips. Get out of here, you damn bugs. Fruit flies. Yeah, I like the wavy kind. And just anything not Lay's. Because Lay's make me feel like I'm dying when I eat them. Too much salt, too much oil. I don't know what they do to their chips. They don't taste right. But yeah, a store brand, crinkle ruffle chips or kettle. I prefer kettle. They're just so crunchy. Great. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Don't like Lay's potato chips. But that's just me. I'm sure. I mean, they wouldn't be in business if people didn't like it. People like them. I'm just gonna cheat. We're gonna get a button from here. It's such a weird glitch. Generate hitbox. It's so weird. Oh, that's its name. Okay. And the actual function goes in here. Buttons! Alright, hit save. Alright, we can probably close this menu out, maybe. I don't know, this is pretty helpful because it's very similar script. We don't need parenting. Oh my god, it's so annoying. This just sets it to the position that it's in, so we don't need that. The only thing we need is to generate stuff, which this is going to be pretty relevant. All of this is going to be relevant. Okay, this is where we should start. We need a string name. They would put in like cactus alien cactus origin, and it's going to look for every single marker with that name, put it into an array, and then return. Do I need to return? No, we just do for each in array generate an object. So we don't need to return any data. We just have to get an array using this string to find them. Once they're found, we'll generate a thing. I guess and you could always hard code the origins, so we don't need to return anything. Nothing needs to be returned. At least the way I'm doing it. So it's going to the children. Yes, just so we can see stuff. So we have our origins down here. At export var object resource. Or it would be a scene, wouldn't it? So scene. Um. Oh, okay. So Oh, it does say scene. Okay, yay! This is important. This is important. I found it. It's right here. That's exciting. I mean, at this point, I feel like anybody could just piece together what's about to happen. Alright, let's see here. I want to put something on my phone real quick. Oops. Ow! Ow! Oh, my wrist. I wasn't even hurt. My wrist just kept, like, itching and stinging. The inside. Ow! Now my rib hurts too. Alright, I guess because I'm so bony. Has something to do with it, maybe. So begins with is what we want. And the string, and this will be done in process, so it'll be done in real time. Which is kind of dangerous, so we're going to make it a button. So we just click, not generate, but find markers. We'll make a button called find markers, and we'll just have it fire with the new string, and if it can't find any, it might crash, and we'll just have it. I'll have to create some sort of thing to be like, if it doesn't find any, it's fine, don't worry about it. So the way I'm doing this is extremely dynamic, which could cause it to crash. So I got to put in a lot of conditional statements just to make sure it don't crash. All right, so all we got to do is just get the children, and then that's it. We just got to get all the origins. That's all we have to do. We don't actually need to do this step right here. We can actually skip this. And we're going to turn this into a button, actually, and we're just going to call it find or get origins. It does. Oh, it has the name of the variable. Let's make a new button. This button would go in front of the other button. I mean, the fact that it's part of the array, so like, I don't know, I could maybe probably just skip this. Because I could just run this over here and just do it all in generate objects. I don't know, I think we could just get, yeah, we could just get rid of it. I don't even think we need this. We just put it in here. Delete this. Delete this. And then we don't need to call anything because it's all in here anyways. So a marker array equals get markers, and then we just do our statement. So for marker in marker array, I forgot how to type it. And just do if marker is equal to 3 marker. This is the conditional step. It can be pretty much whatever you want. If marker is physical bone 3D. Before I do that, I'm gonna go look at my other script. Look at this sign bone. For bone, physical bone, if bone.name equal this. Bone name equals that. This is backwards. Should be Oh, if bone.name equals bone.name. Okay. I missed this part right here. I was not. I'm like dyslexic. This is bone name, not name. Yeah. Okay. So we don't need that. I just wanted to look at it. So I think all we need, if I'm not mistaken, is the generation part. So if bone.getChild is mesh since 3D, which we don't care about. The only thing we care about is the name of the origin. So we gotta focus down here. This is where we want to focus. Just because this is where it generates stuff. It sets the owner. All right. We just do if marker, and then where's the note? Let's see, and I want to see that post again if I can find it. Damn it. This is it. If item is string, I don't care about that. If item, so we need to do something. Can we just skip? I think all I need is that. Hey, if item, yeah, I think we can just do that. It feels wrong, but like it just feels too basic. But I think that's all we gotta do. All right, let's try it. Sorry, y'all. Begins with text. The constant's kind of scary. I don't know why it says constant. If marker dot begins with, oh, it's a string. If marker dot name that begins with, and then our string, which would be origin target name. Origin target name, that's kind of lame. Marker name. target marker name. Alright, fine. If marker is node 3D and marker dot name oh, did I just not? Maybe I just gotta finish it. Oh, okay. Alright, hang on. It is a node. Okay, you know what? We'll keep the node 3D. That might actually be helpful just in case something bad happens. It could prevent crashing if there's a mistake. Because we're only looking for empties. So we can leave that. If marker is node 3D and marker.name begins with target marker name. Don't forget clock mark because it will still error if you don't. So now we got to put the code in for generating stuff. We just want to instantiate. This is not instantiating, is it? I haven't did that in a while. I think we need this. I'm dying. I forgot how to do it. So I think we just don't say that. We don't need that. Let's paste this here. We might need that. I don't know. If my bar marker position bar marker rotation equal marker dot rotation dot position, and then I forgot how to instantiate again. Okay, here we go. I think it's I don't think this is what I'm looking for. That's Alright, this is what I'm looking for. I always forget how to do this. I don't know why. Yeah. Alright. We gotta open a new document here. Because this is how I did my collision. But it looks like we might need to do that as well. I'm gonna try and cheat with just this pretty straightforward thing right here. And I like this method more just because it's easier to read. Because there's like three. There's this one, the one line, and then there's this two line. But I kind of like this one. It's got a whole function. It's pretty cool. So var pipe instance equal that, add child pipe instance. But we're gonna add the child to the thing, and then we gotta set the root or whatever. Just kind of taking my time here. This could break really easy. I'm still gonna need the ownership thing. We're gonna try without ownership. We're just gonna just do it willy-nilly and then see what happens. See what the parenting looks like. It's probably gonna be a mess, but I'm just curious what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna stick it inside the root, but that's fine. We'll just undo it. Alright, so var pipe equal preload path. Var pipe instantiate equal pipe dot instance add child pipe. So we have a resource already, so that would be our path, if I'm not mistaken. So all we need is a var object instance, which would equal our object resource. Instance. I don't know if you could do that, but I'm going to try. Add child. Type. Add child object instance. I just turned the camera on. Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Add child object instance. Before I do that, we gotta set the position rotation. So I gotta go back to my other script that I deleted. I'm a dumbass. Well, I didn't delete it. I just deleted the copy. Inbox. Var calling that equal bond every child. So where's the add? New. It's being created, so it has to exist first before you can rotate it. That makes sense. The owner would be the objects area. Unless I want the markers to just exist above all. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I could have the markers just overlay everything. Well, before we do that, I think this is good enough to test. If it doesn't crash, so I'll save this. Go on our marker, I'm gonna, so it says that it begins with, and it should be cactus origin. I just want to copy the name. Well, it won't let me do that, so I'm just gonna do it manually, I guess. 3D alien cactus origin. We're gonna hit save scene. We're gonna close this out and reopen it because you have to. That's a weird glitch. Alright, moment of truth. If this fails, I'm gonna go to the store. I'll be right back. It'll take like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get me a snack because I haven't ate lunch yet. Alright, moment of truth, everybody. I'm scared. I want to press this button. Nothing happened. Well, at least nothing blew up. There's no errors. Well, shit. I think it's because I don't have a path. It needs a path. So I might have to do the dictionary thing where I just load in every single resource path. But I thought this counted. I remember testing this, and this is a thing that works, but I don't know. I'll be right back. Jeez, it's a fucking dungeon down here. I gotta put a light on. Hang on. What the fuck? Why am I not screen in? I believe it. What the fuck is that? Alright, I am back. I'm just gonna swap my drink out real quick. Thank you. Alright. Pouring this in my cup. Yeah, it's a water bottle, but yay! I got me a Rip It and a pinwheel. Delicious pinwheel. Oh, oh my god. I should not be drinking this. Oh, it tastes so weird. It's so tangy. Jeez, it's freaking hot in here. What the hell? I was gonna eat lunch after I stream because I like to watch something while I eat. So can't do that if I'm streaming. No, no. All right. Well, we had the resource, so I could just do load. Let's try this. Yeah. This worked right here. This might be a loophole. So I'll take this. This is in the wrong spot. It'll be here. Our scene will be the thing up here, the resource. So object resource. string name. Fuck off, bug. Fuck off. Basically, we're just trying to automate it. Alright, well, it only accepts strings, so we're going to have to cheat. So we're going to have to do var object path equal object resource dot, I can't see it, resource path, and then var object scene should be object path. So it'll just, it's whatever is dragged and dropped into here. So whatever we drag and drop into here, it's going to get that path and then set it to the load. And then this says var. So from here, it becomes this, but we need to rename it. So it would be object scene instance. And then add set position. Alright. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. I don't fucking know. It might crash and blow up the world. We'll find out. Alright, moment of truth. Nothing. Uh-huh. Ah. For marker and marker red. If marker is no 3D and marker.name begins with target marker name. Well, maybe add child isn't instantiating anything. I feel like that should, but again. What's going on? Oh yeah, right here. Bone.add child. Does that last? The position and rotation is before you add it? That's weird. Okay, so yeah, we gotta set the, okay. The owner would be set after it exists. This would be set before it exists, apparently. And this would be if bone dot. Okay, so our collision. Okay, this would be the thing we're spawning, and then that would be marker. Okay. So this would be marker. This would be object instance. We're just gonna put it on the marker for now. Maybe that will get it to go. It might actually be necessary. Edited scene. Yeah, I think we have to do this because we're not actually running the engine. I think you have to do that because we're in the editor. Save. Nothing. Alright, let's copy this. Let's bring it back here. So, nothing. I just need to make a way to generate a single object. So, oh, you know what? I think I fucked up. 0. Yeah, I screwed up. There's an extra parent node here that I missed. Creator 2 prefab. We're not actually getting the markers. Alright, hang on. I might still be doing this correct. Well, minus misfiring, because we're getting this child 0 would be Blood Canyon Crater 2 marker test, which is annoying. And then this would be Crater 2 prefab. So we gotta do get child 0 and dot get children. That should fix it. I don't know why this is like that. This is all wrong. I'll have to figure out why it's doing that. Nothing. Still broken. Alright, so I think we have an issue where it's not finding the markers. So I need to make a debug for this. I like to brute force things because I'm crazy. Get child 0. Get child 0. Get children. We'll debug it. So we'll do print do markers. Let's try that. Okay, it worked. Because you can see all the origins. So no, all the origins. So it did work. So that's cool. Oh, there's the error. Okay, I know what the error is. Generate assets, generate objects, .gd, invalid call, non-existent function, instance, and based packed scene. Okay. So we have a packed scene issue. It's not allowed to use instance for some reason. So we got the markers. That was one mistake I made, was we were selecting the wrong markers. But we know now. So I'm going to add a debug to this. I think because it's packed and we didn't create a new, I think we gotta do like create new or something like that. I don't know yet. So what we're gonna do is look it up. Go dot instance Because your item component node is not your item class, because the script failed to load because you added a requirement. Oh, no, I don't. That's not what we're looking for. Problem was not instantiate, but rather the downcache done in the same statement. I don't know what that means. Works in the ready? Act scene. What does that mean? Okay, maybe I gotta do that. I typed in resource, but maybe I gotta use a different variable. I assumed it was resource. That could have been my mistake. Do I just do packed scene? Is that packed? Oh, my wrist hurts. Ow. That is a data type. We got packed scene. And we'll see if that works. I don't know that I'll fix it, but we'll try. I believe with a tool script, every time you change it, you gotta open the scene again. Otherwise, existence. Oh my god. Can I copy this? Oh, god damn it! Ah, I'm gonna do instantiate. Are you fucking kidding me? I might have to switch this back to something else, but we'll see. This whole time, I think, yeah, Instance is like an older version of Godot. That might be why. Oh! Yeah! Ah, oh, it's fucking tight. Yeah! Let's go! Fireworks! Boo, 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 boo. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit. It's using outdated Godot shit. Where did they go, though? Are they just in the root? Okay, they parented themselves to the marker. So now I gotta figure out where I've gotta put them. And I gotta change their name, because that's a hideous name. I don't... That's hideous. So... Edible children. It's got all the stuff. But yeah, we gotta change these names. It's not good. It's not good. We can just go in here. We're gonna hit delete. Let's go hit save scene. I'm gonna go in here and change their names. Uh, can you subtract from strings? That'd be dope. Hang on, we gotta figure out. So, because the object has the same name as the marker itself, if I can find a function in the string to search for origin and then remove it and then make the instance the name of that, I can kill two things with one stone. So I'm just gonna have to look it up in here. Place remove characters. Remove chars. Removes all occurrences of characters and chars. Contains case. I don't know what that means. Detent. Format. Slice. I don't know what that means. Replace what string for what? Here we go. I guess we just do replace. Looks like replace is what we want. Replace. Place dot with nothing. Okay, so we just use replace, I think. Yeah. I think replace will work. So we'll just have, we'll type in origin and then have it be blank. Also, let's go ahead and run around the map a little bit. Oh, my baggie! Fuck! I'll have to get a new one. Alright, so... Oh, I deleted them already. Oopsies. So, object instance dot name equal target marker name dot replace. Actually, I copied it already, so I should be able to just paste it. And we'll just have this be origin to blank, to nothing. See if that does anything. Close this out. So open it back up, go to 3D mode. Say generate objects. And it did not look like it worked. We got an alien cactus. Works on the first one, but the other ones are all screwed up. I could just make another function in the markers. I could just make another function, rename nodes. Basically, I can capture all of these, because we already have the alien cactus origin. We just have it find all these cactuses, change their names, make it separate. I feel like there's a way to make it get all of them, because it got the first one just right. It did that one perfectly. Alien cactus, like it did that one great. It's just all the subsequent ones failed to do those. So I would need like an array or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think I have to name them. You know what? It's because I'm naming it before they exist. That might be the problem. Maybe. I'm not sure. At least they're spawning. And they're spawning in the correct position, which is fucking dope. Like, this one's laying down. Like, I can just look at it and tell that they're the correct position and rotation. So I'm glad that works. That means the asset library works, and that means whatever's happening in Blender works. The scale should be the same. I tested that already. Since I spawned them, we'll go ahead and hit play real quick. Aw, yeah. They're just floating there being all silly and cactusy. That's great. And the way I painted these cactuses, it looks like they have a shader. It's just, I just painted them really weird. They look shiny, but they're not. It's messing with my eyes. I don't know how I did that. This one legitimately looks like it has a material shader. I'm gonna we're gonna do something. We're gonna save this scene and close it. I just want to see if it keeps everything. Okay, it does. Alright, so the cactuses are permanent. That's important. Because you don't have to, every time you open the scene, you don't want to have to regenerate every object. That would defeat the purpose of the script. I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just trying to put color on them, I guess. I don't know. var object is. So I think we're gonna do another for array thing. So all of our objects exist now. So after this, I believe the code runs in order. So it'll run this, and then we'll just go here. We'll go var get instances. You know what I could do before I do that, just it might actually work if I this might work if I do this. I doubt it, but we could try it. Yeah, I agree. I also appreciate that because I think they look great. They're really cheesy looking. All right, so man, this is going a lot faster than I thought it would. What was I gonna do? I was gonna test this again. Open her up. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. We don't even need to do this. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Got this 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's pretty weird though if you think about it. Like, why does the position and rotation have to be before you add it, but the owner and the name has to be after? Because when I was doing the bones on the collision, I had add child last, and I had these above it, and it was causing me problems. I don't know if that was a fluke or not. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because it's working. I'm too afraid to touch it. Like when my script is working, I generally don't like to touch it anymore. So now I have no idea either. Like it's possible I was just getting in my own way, and it was like a false negative. So like the error I was getting could have been from something else, and I just assumed I had to run it in that order. I mean, I could test it now. I'll put a reminder in there to test it later. I just don't want to do it right now. We'll do slash slash. Or no, wait, what is it? Or is it? Fuck, I forgot. How do you do notes? I literally forgot how to do them. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. How am I so senile already? I'm only 35. I'm just drawing a blank. It's not good, that's for sure. I thought it was slash slash, but I guess that's C plus. I don't remember. I gotta go open another script because I forgot. Show to toggle panel. There's probably a note in here somewhere. Oh, it's just pound. Okay, I was close. It's just pound. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember being pounds. I'm losing my mind, everybody. It's a miracle I can even make scripts. Alright, so pound, caution. Don't forget to test order of operations before and after add child. Let's add, because that's kind of confusing. We're going to add this here. Should be a whole thing. There we go. Well, I'm just worried. My uncle has dementia, my grandma had Alzheimer's, and my dad has dementia. They say the symptoms start in your 30s. I have a journal here. I'm hoping this will save my life if I get Alzheimer's. So basically, this is a book. I'm just going to record as many memories as I can in order. As far as my back, like important memories, nothing pointless, but like big important memories, and just record them all in this book, and then just read it. And once it's done, I just read it like every week, and hopefully I won't go crazy. The fucked up part is I'm way smarter than I used to be compared to my when I was like 19, like in my teenager years. Heck, in my early 20s as well. Although I think most people don't practice like brain sharpness, like your ability to recall stuff. I don't practice that at all. I don't even try. Like I brute force everything until it's just becomes like reflexive. Like all the stuff I remember in Blender is just purely reflexive. I don't like actually train my brain to recall anything on demand. That's like over half of Americans are like that. I just want to point that out. 30% are diehard, anti-reality, delusional, fucking crazy people. Also, where's Darren? He's not on. Hang on, I want to message Darren. I can't do it on my computer. I gotta do it on the phone. I can message Blindside. I'm excited. I gotta tell people it works so beautifully. I need to put another message on here so I don't forget. So where is it? Instantiate. So let's push this down. I want this like right in the middle. I'm gonna put warning. Do not use dot instance. An example. Ah, thank you. Object scene dot. That is a Go.3.0 thing. It doesn't work on this version. I probably made that mistake before too. If they're so similar, instantiate, instance. Alright. Now we just have to go down here, the owner. So we got to pick, basically, we got to set our objects. So since this is for objects only and not terrain, we could just dedicate a whole variable to these over here. So should I make it an array? I just have to think about it because there's a lot of subcategories. Because you got nature, Palatine, tar, and each one of these would have the same amount of groups. So they'd be the same size, but gore would be another category. So should I make this an array and assign a number and just remember the numbers? Or should I make 14 different variables and then you just pick from them? Which sounds annoying. I don't like the sound of that. The array sounds a little cleaner, but you'd have to remember what number to pick. Otherwise, it's going to go to the wrong category. So the cactuses would be physical. So let's do add export bar physical. What would this call it? Physical nest category. I don't know what to call this. Physical tree. Physical object tree. No 3D. At export bar. Non physical object tree. 3D. It's not very self-explanatory. I mean, it kind of is. Object parent. P node. Ah, okay, have fun. I hope it's good. We'll do P node. We're bringing back the P node, everybody. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. P node, because it'll be like P node, pair node, physical P node, not. And we'll make these an object, which is also technically an array because they have children. Well, they're going to have children. Go here. I save all scenes. Script. How do I save? That's weird. I just close off the page. There we go. Physical will go here. Now physical will go here. So now we got our arrays. And we would just pick a number to put it in. So we need a number somewhere in here. So I guess this doesn't need to be exported because these categories are assumed. So we need to export the array of the thing and then assign it. I forgot how to do that. There's a way to do that. I forgot how to do it. I made a thing already that does that. For me, what's hard for me to remember is where to put the things. I gotta remember at tool, at export. Those are all the same category of, I guess, options, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Jeez, I've been on here. Wow, it's almost 4 hours. Time is flying by. Yeah, I think these need to be private. Do not export these. So what would be first? Marker array. I would say these would be first. So we got our these are nodes, but they're also arrays technically. So I think that counts because if there's any children, they automatically become an array. Which is weird. So I think array might. Well, no, array isn't a data type. That's weird. Maybe Node 3D has an array to that. No, I don't know. I might have to make an array. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. But it don't matter. We're not even. We don't even need to call it. All we gotta do is just get the path. So var. We're gonna make these unique, and we're just gonna put them in there. There's no reason to not make them unique. These are pretty important. Get node. Get, Ow. Or add-on. We'll use add-on ready. Here's add-on ready. Stop it! Okay, yeah, I think the add-on ready, that's right. Do we need the dash in there? Let me just do non-visible. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's take this and put it up here. I like to have add-on ready in any file paths at the top, so we actually put that up there. Even though it's at export, we're still gonna put it there. Also, we need to put a note here as well. Gosh, was resource before? Do not know if that would have worked. Various false negatives. Proct errors. Proct errors. I don't know. Proct errors sounds like. Proct errors. Wrong. Resource data type might work. I don't know, but hacked scene does also work. I shouldn't say also, it does work. I don't know, it was resource. I could test it later, but for now, we'll just do text sheet. All right. Put another space in there. Put one space in here. So now we got our arrays. We'll just put in here another node. We'll call this nature. You know, just it'll go straight into there. I don't know. I mean, shit. I could do physical markers and clipping markers under objects, and then have it spawn. That way, I don't have to worry about switch. Like it'll just spawn to the marker itself. Um, and it'll be automatically sorted. But there is an issue with that, which is this. Like I'm okay with it being inside Creator 2 prefab because that helps you find stuff quicker because it's like everything is uh, broken down instead of because if I parent it to nature, I'm not gonna know what boulder's what. I'm not gonna know which cactus is which. It's just gonna be all over the place. So it might be better just because like the markers aren't gonna hurt nothing. So actually, instead of making a markers node, I think I'd be better off just getting rid of that. Well, I don't know. So all I have to do is just put the script on the objects node. It depends, like, cause like I do know if I put the markers in the objects thing, it's not gonna be obvious what they do. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's just be like completely random. First of all, it'd be invisible. All the things inside of it are invisible. The only thing you can see are the gizmos when you select them. Like there's no indicator unless we give it a name. Unless we name the markers a more appropriate name when we export them. So it's like, okay, marker, 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 because it does say origin on all of these. So like if you do some investigation, you can figure out like, okay, that's what that means. When it's over here, it's self-explanatory. It's like, okay, markers. Okay, these must be like indicators or something. Like it's obviously not an object. Like it's an indicator. It's literally called markers. Um, if there was a way I could take Creator 2 prefab and then, well, I don't know, I guess it's going to be in there anyways. I guess I could just create it in advanced. And everything in it's nature based. So yeah, we don't need to create that. We can just create it in advanced. We don't actually need to generate it. We can generate it if you want. Like I could add the functionality in there to generate it, but it's not necessary because we already know where this is going to go. Creator 2 prefab. This needs to change the name though to creator2 marker. This will be creator2 prefab. Which is not even a prefab, is it? It's a P node. These aren't prefabs. So they're not a whole scene. A prefab would be a scene that's already made. This is not quite the same thing. Like a prefab is something you just drag and drop in. There, so now all we gotta do is parent it. The cactuses need to find this. We have the array, so we have to pick. I guess we don't even need the subcategories. What's the point of having nature? Like, we'll just know. Yeah, I guess we don't even need that. We can just, we can just delete this. And then we can just find creator2, which would be 0. So object instance owner would be marker.getTree.edited scene. Edited scene root, which parented it. It made it a sibling of. It made it a sibling of creator2 prefab or Blood Canyon creator. I don't remember which, but we're gonna try creator2 p node. So we'll do, instead of marker, we're gonna do physical p node dot get child 0. Save scene, close this out, open it back up, go to 3D, generate our cacti. Did not put it where I wanted to put it. It's putting it, where is it putting it? Yeah, it's putting it next to here. It's not where I want it to go. I think it's because it's getting the tree. Let's not get the tree, maybe. Let's not do that. Maybe just edited scene. Edited scene root. I don't know. We're just guessing at this point. Whoa. Where'd that go? Where art thou, cactus? There you go. Where the hell did it go? That's weird. It doesn't exist. Alright, don't save that. That sounds bad. So I don't know how, where'd it go? Like, it exists but doesn't exist? So maybe we should do, oh, I know, it's because we're adding the child here. So let's try that. And then the get tree, you douche. And then just to make sure it's the same, let's just try that. It seems redundant. Yeah, let's just edit that out. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's save all scenes, close this out. 3D. I don't see them. Okay, these are not real. I think these are proper instances because they're not showing up in the list. So these are not, like, if I save it, I'm pretty sure they don't exist anymore. But I don't want to risk it because I'm scared. I don't want to break them. So save all scenes, close this out, 3D, turn objects, bam, there we go. Now we have a proper owner. It's in the correct location. So now, so we did p node get child 0. That's the problem, is this needs to be dynamic. So right here, for bastard, caution, this needs to be made dynamic. So you can select which p node you want the generation to be parented to. Single scenes. Okay, so this is what makes it real. This makes it real, and then this determines its parenting, which is what I fucked up. This down here had nothing to do with parenting. I think this is just what makes it a real instance and not a fake one. That's so you could save it. Because it still spawned it. Even without this, it still spawned. It just made it not real, so it got deleted. We got our names. We actually keep these ones. These ones can stay because they are actually in the correct parent node. We can delete them later if we want. It doesn't matter, but they can stay for now. We will be generating more stuff, but before I do that, what happens if I add something to the next? Change the color. Do a dash. That's kind of cool. That's gonna confuse me though, because I better not. Save all scenes. Alright, so we're gonna make this dynamic. Alright, so we need, I could just do an if statement, and then we can set the child, so we can just use an instance, so it'll always be get child. And we can set an instance, or not an instance, an int. We can use an integer for this variable right here, so that'll be solved, and then we can just use an if statement right here. So we can check box what type of object is it. So so I'm going to checkbox. I think I have a checkbox already. I don't remember what I put it on. Damn it. I think it's on the character. Dang it. No checkbox there. Still no checkbox. Oh, here's a checkbox. How did I do that? Oh, that's the bull. Oh, okay, I didn't know it had a checkbox. Man, I am senile. Don't save. Alright, so that's cool. So we just make an at export bool. Um, so at export object resource. So the object that we want, and then we'll add an export right here. Export var is object physical. Bool equal. We'll assume true. Fireworks! How did you do that? I want that firework. And basically, we'll just, before this runs, we'll have two if statements that run before it. This will be the first one. We'll do, actually, it'll just be one and an else. So we'll do if is object physical equal true. We'll do this. And then else, stop it. It's not physical. It'll go inside the non-physical p node. Which, okay, I was just making sure. I can't remember how I typed it. I do need to make an automatic node creation for these, which would be cool, but for now, it's not necessary. So we got our things selected. We can even test it. We can put a physical object in the wrong category just to see if they actually switch. And then we'll create a second one. We'll call it creator 3, because I think there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So we'll rename this. We'll call it creator 3 p node, and then add another one. Call it creator 3 p node. So now we got a 0, 1, 0, 1 for both of these. So now we can do underneath this at export var object p node int equals 0. So we assume 0. We just change this out for object p node. Object p node. Object p node. There. So the script is done. The only thing it's missing is an extensive library of resources to pull from dynamically, like from a drop-down menu. So I can just click and load. So basically, the way we have this packed scene, like we're gonna make like a whole list of things with a drop-down menu. You can just pick your objects, and then everything else be mostly the same. Also, the ability to create parent nodes. Because then you can build with this. You can build maps with this instead of just importing maps. So if you create your own parent node, you can do some crazy shit with this. And then I'd have to make an RNG element as well. So I'll have to make a separate version of a copy of this script that runs in the game. And instead of using buttons, it's going to be like an RNG randomizer, essentially. It's going to work very similarly, but it's going to have some like random elements to it for generating shit randomly. So just, to extend the, the game time, make it more fun. You can do, randomness really increases the length of a game. That can be bad or good. It could go both ways. Kind of pads it. This should be done. Should be done. I guess let's try it. I don't know. I don't know what else to add. I think it should be done. Yep, that's right. We'll leave that open for now. Marker mapping. 3D. So, we're actually going to delete these. I'd say to delete them. Delete. Go to our markers tab. So we got P node is physical, yes. We have an alien cactus, not debug mode. We got our scene selected. It's going to go to crater 2 because that's the 0, the child. So it should just go in there. Yep. Bam. So make 1. Bam. To crater 3 because we changed the number. I'm going to say this is not a physical object, so it should go in the other category. Which it did. Here it is, non-physical. The parenting is fixed. I like this more. I do like this more because this is much more readable. We got the markers are separate and it's like optional. Like you don't have to use it. It's just there if you want to. So I like this a lot. Although the file name is fucked up. I need to fix that. I don't know why it's doing that. So this file's messed up. I have to fix it. And I have to fix it in the code as well because it says get child twice, which is also annoying, but it's whatever. So save scene. We're going to generate it back because, well, I know it works now. I can do the whole map. So next dev stream, I'll be getting all the P nodes ready. I don't want to call them prefabs because that's not quite accurate. A prefab would be something you drag and drop in or spawn in, and it's more than one object. So basically what I'm doing right now, the single cactus is a prefab. So I'm spawning in multiple cactuses, but all of them together is like a super prefab, because individually they're all prefabs. Even though they're only one object, they work the same way as a prefab. So like if I made another scene that had a cactus and a crate and like maybe some pebbles all together in one scene, that would be a proper prefab. And then if I hit generate, it would spawn like, you know, however many, depending on which array I'm using, which array of markers I'm using. And then each one of those would be an individual prefab. But generally a prefab is just, it's its own separate scene with more than one object in it. The cactus doesn't technically count, but it's still a scene. It's just, the only difference is it has one object in it. Which is why building this crater doesn't count as a prefab. This is not accurate. It's just a P node. It's just a parent that holds individual objects and prefabs. So yeah, let's go ahead and generate this back. It is physical. This particular orientation belongs to crater 2. We'll generate just to test it one more time. Works perfectly. Go ahead, save, close it, open it back up, and make sure they're still there. And then we don't even need to look at this anymore. We can just load the markers in. We don't even need to look at them. Don't even need to look at them. That's how well this works. All you got to remember is the name of the markers. That's all you got to remember. You just drag your markers in, remember their name, and it will automatically remove origin, which will also help you name it too, which is great. Yep, they're still there. And we got, oh well, I guess that's back about 4 hours. I guess we'll end it here, y'all. This is a long ass stream. Bye, everybody. See ya.